Life offers no guarantees of ease or immediate success. The journey is full of unexpected challenges, of moments when the effort seems in vain and the reward seems distant. However, it is precisely at these times that our true strength reveals itself. It is not in the comfort of victory that we become strong, but in the struggle, in the resistance against difficulties, in the moment in which we choose to continue the journey, even when everything seems to point to giving up. True motivation comes from the deep desire to overcome, to go beyond what is imagined possible. Willpower is not a rare quality, but rather a muscle that develops when we choose to persevere. When we decide to fight for our dreams, regardless of the obstacles that present themselves. Determination is not built overnight, but through a journey of persistence. Every step we take is a step that takes us closer to our achievements. We cannot control the difficulties that arise, but we can control how we react to them. When we decide to move forward, despite adversity, we begin to walk the path of overcoming. As we face difficulties and overcome them, our confidence and strength grow, making us more prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. True victory does not come from the absence of difficulties, but from our ability to face them with courage and perseverance. Life challenges us in countless ways, but it is in these moments that we are forged, that we discover how strong we really are. Every difficulty, no matter how difficult it may seem, brings with it an important lesson. It is these lessons that make us more resilient, more prepared to continue our journey. Persistence is the key that opens the doors to success. It's not about avoiding difficult moments, but about finding the courage to face them head-on, knowing that each step forward brings us closer to our goals. When we stay focused on our purpose, difficulties become mere temporary obstacles, and our determination becomes the driving force that moves us forward. When we are faced with a challenge that seems impossible to overcome, we often feel alone, hopeless, as if the weight of the journey is too great to bear. But it is at this very moment that we need to remember that we are not alone. Our strength lies in our ability to persist, in our ability to continue when everything around us tells us to give up. True motivation comes from within, from our deep desire to achieve what seems unattainable. Every time we decide to continue, even when the path is uncertain, we are reaffirming our ability to overcome and our inner strength. Victory lies in never giving up, in always taking a step forward, even if that step is small. When life tests us, the temptation to give up can be overwhelming. We may feel tempted to abandon our dreams, to look for an easier, more comfortable path. However, it is essential to remember that the greatest successes come to those who remain firm, who do not allow themselves to be defeated by difficulties. The true reward is not in the easy path, but in the constant effort, in the determination to move forward, regardless of the challenges that arise. Persistence is what separates us from those who give up and those who achieve what they want. Those who persist find a strength within themselves that they never knew they had. In times of greatest difficulty, patience is a fundamental virtue. We cannot expect things to happen overnight, but rather have faith that, over time, our efforts will be rewarded. Every step taken, no matter how small, is an advance towards our goal. The secret to success lies in constancy, in the ability to continue working, even when the results are not immediately visible. True willpower is not in conquering everything quickly, but in knowing that the path is being built every day with every effort. Patience and persistence are the foundations of any great achievement. There are moments when doubt tries to dominate us, when we begin to question our abilities, our plans, and our choices. But it is precisely in these moments that we need to trust our inner strength. It is not doubt that should guide our steps, but the certainty that we are capable of achieving great things. The biggest obstacle we face is not in the external world, but in the limitations we place on our own minds. When we can overcome these internal limits, the journey becomes much clearer and the challenges become easier to face. The power is in our mind and in our determination, in our ability to overcome doubt and continue to believe in ourselves. The journey to achieving any goal is long and full of uncertainty. However, it is important to remember that success is not measured by how quickly you achieve a goal, but by the determination with which you pursue that goal. Every little progress, every advance, is a victory that deserves to be celebrated. Persistence is what takes us from one step to the next, and each step brings us closer to what we desire. There is no magic formula for success, but the combination of continuous effort, patience, and belief in yourself is what makes the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who give up along the way. Sometimes difficulties seem impossible to overcome, but it is in these moments that we must remember the power of resilience. Every difficulty is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become stronger. When we choose not to give up, we are strengthening our mental and emotional resilience. What defines us is not how hard the blow was, but how we reacted to it. Every time we get up after a fall, we are closer to achieving our goals. True strength lies in our ability to continue, in our ability to overcome adversity and move forward. On our journey, we will be tested in many ways, but it is important to remember that the true measure of our strength is not in how we handle the good times, but in how we react to the difficult times. Life is not just made up of easy victories, but of battles that require all of our power to overcome. When we maintain our determination, when we don't let difficulties bring us down, we are showing our true strength. Each challenge faced makes us more prepared for the next one. And with each victory achieved, our confidence grows, making us even more unshakable. True motivation comes from within. We cannot expect others to constantly motivate us, or for the circumstances around us to align with our desires. True motivation is that which comes from the heart, from the deep desire to achieve our goals, to make our dreams come true. When we find this purpose within ourselves, everything becomes clearer. Motivation does not depend on circumstances, but on our ability to focus on what really matters and continue despite difficulties. The journey of perseverance is made up of ups and downs, moments of doubt and certainty. However, what keeps us going is the belief that we are capable of achieving what we want. When we focus on our goals and don't let ourselves be distracted by difficulties, victory becomes inevitable. True willpower is in continuing, even when the path seems endless. Each time we choose to move forward, we are closer to our fulfillment. The secret is to never stop, to never give up, because persistence is what turns the impossible into possible. True power lies in our ability to continue to persist. No matter how many obstacles we encounter, what matters is our decision to move forward. Success is reserved for those who don't give up, for those who persist, no matter how challenging the path. True victory lies in overcoming doubt, in resisting adversity, and in never losing sight of our dreams. When we choose persistence, we choose success.